Hello, hello. Thought I'd do a little bit of a late night stream. Well, it's only 9 p.m., but that's pretty late. Just checking to make sure it's live. It looks live. That's good. Okay. So, what we're going to be working on today is basically expanding our capabilities somewhat so we can do something with the string builder. So we built a string builder in the last stream, and I want to be able to write it to a file because that would be something that you might want to do. So since we're not using the standard library, we've got to use the Win32 functions like create file W here. So we can open a file and write to it, I believe. But then we have to use write file, which is this one. So there's a lot of annoying Win32 stuff here, but that's fine. We'll sort it out. And I want to go with the 16-bit strings that they use. So Windows had this wide character support from like 1995, which doesn't fit with how we do strings these days, but the API still uses it. So we'll probably use this multi-byte to wide character, which is just going to turn our normal character string into a wide string. Okay, so let's have a look what we got. I've got some code here. Probably want to actually, before we start, this is a Win32 main, so I guess it's fine that we're using a Win32 function directly in here. But for the writing of stuff, I would like to put it in a Win32 maybe OS. String formatting, yeah, I'd love to, but probably not this stream. Yeah, I've wanted to write something like a printf for a while, but or an sprintf. It's quite an undertaking, so I think, from what I've heard anyway. So we probably want, Win32 OS. Actually, you know what? Why don't we just get it working first? So let's have a look at these. I've got to move this around. Yeah. You mean this one? String builder append U32? Yeah. I actually thought we could probably do this in an easier way, but that's fine. Yes, I am using Helix. I like Helix because, well, I really like Cocoon, but it's not on Windows. Because I like the multi-cursor. It's really handy. I think Helix is pretty good in general. It's got good defaults. I'm really glad they added this leap mode where you can press GW and then it highlights all the words and you can press the combination to go to one of them. It's really nice to get around. Okay, so let's say we've got this string that we've built. Now we want to output it to a file. So to do that, we're going to have to open a file. Let's go back. Yeah, I agree, Daniel. The defaults of Helix are much more sane than Vim. And I tried Emacs recently. But I kind of came to the conclusion that you have to really 100% buy into Emacs, and I'm just not not in the mood, I guess. So we got this function here. Create file W. All right. Could have just done that, but so we need a long pointer to a wide. No, to a long pointer to a wide string. What does a C stand for? To a C wide string? Doesn't really matter. Which means we need to use this multi-byte to wide character. Here it is. I was looking at the options for this. It's a bit esoteric. So like, what is a code page, and then all that kind of stuff. I think I decided that I'm going to use code page UTF-8. Don't know if that makes sense. But I think it will, because that's what we're going to be expecting the input to be pretty much all the time. And then for DW flags, the default is pre-composed. So if I understand this correctly, it's something to do with Unicode characters being either, yeah, here we go. So it could be like a standard A plus an umlaut, or it could be an umlauted A. I don't know how you actually say this. But yeah, it could be just this, and we expect it to be just this. So I think we want it to be pre-composed. And then, what are we doing next? This is the pointer to the multi-byte string. So this is the one we're going to convert. To the character string to convert. Oh, okay. So this would be our builder. Actually, where did we put it? This should return a pointer, right? Yeah. So result.data. This should be a null terminated string that we get back. What else? This one we can set to -1 because our string is null terminated. That's good. And I didn't put the 1. The wide character string. Pointer to a buffer that receives the converted string. Okay. So I think for this we'll probably just make a static buffer on the stack. But it needs to be a wide buffer, doesn't it? So U16. We'll just make it 256 characters for now. Just to see if we can get this working. And then size in characters of the buffer. Okay, so 256. What's wrong with this? I need to convert it into const. Okay, fine. Is that better? I think so. I guess we'll test if this works first. I'm just going to put something here. Because sometimes if you put debug break as the last statement, it can go to the end of the scope and then remove all the local variables in the debugger, which would be annoying. So we're going to be using remedy because there's a bug right now with the rad debugger where if you use virtual alloc, specifically virtual alloc, then your data doesn't show up properly in the memory window, which is very annoying, especially for the kind of stuff we're doing right now. So let's just open our executable. Where are we going? So much stuff here. What did I call it? Deep not that one. Deep sea. Okay, good. Great. Okay, let's just step through here, make sure our... We already know this is working, we tested it yesterday, but let's have a look at the result. Yep, that looks like a string. And we put a number at the end of it. And here it is. Oh no, I need the data. There we go. Yeah, that's the same. That's good. Okay, now let's see if our wide string gets populated correctly. I'll just put it in the watch window. Okay. I can't remember what the... Is it string? Well, that's not what I was expecting. So, something, something, yada, yada, yada. But apparently this is only putting an S and then a 0, which is not what we want. Is that what happened? No, it looks like there's more in there. Oh. Is that how it works? Does that seem a bit weird? So it puts a 0 between every character. I mean, I guess if Windows can read that, then it's fine. But then how does it know where the end is? Let's see. I've never tried to use this wide character stuff in Windows because it just seemed like a pain. Hang on a second, I need to actually concentrate. What is this? If using Unicode is not possible, applications should tag the data stream with the appropriate encoding name. Okay. Like, what are these code page identifiers? So I used UTF-8, but maybe that was a mistake. So hang on a second. Applications should use Unicode such as UTF-8 or UTF-16. Oh, okay. Well, I don't see UTF-16 on here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so maybe that was the right call to use UTF-8. Maybe it was this that's the problem. So, precomposed is the default. Characters having a single character value for a base or non-spacing character combination. For example, in the character E with a little backtick on top, the E is the base character and the accent grave mark is the non-spacing character. Only like 5 minutes in and we already got a problem. Is it a problem though? Okay, I'm assuming it's a problem because we've got a 0 between everything, but I'm gonna try calling something like write. I have to open it first. Open file ex. No, it's just open file. Open file W. No. Let's create file, sorry. Create file W, there we go. So this takes a wide string pointer. So we're going to use our wide string. The desired access, what is that? It's probably read only, write, etc. Okay, generic read, generic write. I guess we'll open it for both. The share mode. Sharing with the okay. If this parameter is 0 and create file succeeds, the file or device cannot be shared and cannot be opened again until the handle to the file or device is closed. Oh, that's fine. And my internet disconnected. Very good. We'll set that to 0. And the LP security attributes. An optional security descriptor. If it's null, yeah, that's fine. We don't care about passing it to any other programs or anything. DW creation disposition, an action to take on the file that exists or does not exist. I think create we'll say create if it does not already exist. Yeah, create new. They cannot be combined. Okay. Okay, flags and attributes. What have we got? Okay, I'm just going to say it's a file attribute normal. And a template. There's a lot of attributes here. That's fine. We don't need to know about that right now. A valid handle to the template file with a generic read access write. This parameter can be null. When opening an existing file, create file ignores this parameter. Okay. Well, that will be null then. Actually, I don't think I do have null. No, I don't think I have null. I think I need to use nil, which I define myself as 0. Okay. Now, we're going to have to change this to something else, like myfile.txt, for example. And just have a look. Okay, we've still got that weird separation here. But did we create a file? We did. We created a file called myfile.txt. So somehow Windows knows, even though the 0 is all through this. Maybe they made it so that at the end there has to be 2 0 bytes or something like that, which would be kind of funny. Yeah. Okay, so that works. That's good. So we can get the Windows stuff to work. And I'm going to test this with some Unicode character. Let me just grab something. Unicode, I don't know. Some character with an umlaut. Is it not called umlaut? I thought it was. Anyway, I found this. Small u, where is it? Oh god. Flashbang. Alright. So if we put like a little one of these bad boys in here, I'm pretty sure, actually I don't know what the binary, what the byte representation of that character is. I didn't look it up. Let's see. It's 00FC, so it's only one byte, so I'm gonna have to find another one actually. At least 2 bytes long. But what? Okay, I think I found something. All right. Okay, yeah, it's definitely, yeah, it's messing up the string, so that means it's definitely 2 bytes. Cool. So I guess we'll just see if this works. Okay, we should have made a new file. Yeah, it worked. File not found. That's weird. Yeah, because that's very strange. Oh no, here it is. Great. I think it was still locked because I didn't close it with close file. It's not close file. Of course it's not. What is it called? Closed. Creating and opening files. Okay, so create file is how you open or create a file. Closing. Close, oh, it's called close handle. Of course. That makes sense. They wouldn't want to create, you know, a type def to call close file or something. That would be too much. File handle, I guess. Hello, Koro. How you doing? Alright, now the program shouldn't hang, hopefully. I mean, the program didn't hang, but the file should be properly closed. I can open it, yep. Great, okay, so that was the first step that we needed to do, which was just testing this wide character stuff. A little bit confusing, just because of adding the spaces in between, but it all seems fine. That means we can abstract this into a function somewhere. I was thinking Win32 OS, and then we would have something like, you know, I've been using a lot of Odin recently, and I was watching Jonathan Blow program in Jai, and they both have read entire file like this. But one of my rules for this code base is supposed to be that you have the type first. So it would be like file read. It's just, yeah, I'll just do that. And we want to read it into a string, I think. Yeah, because I'm going to get the length as well. Even though it's really, it's fine. I'll just do this for now. So we need a path. So should our paths be strings? Yeah, I think that should be our custom string type path, which I'll include here. And we need somewhere to allocate it. So we'll pass in an allocator. And I will also put an include guard here. So that we don't include this thing multiple times. Probably call it Win32 OS, I guess. Oh, hang on, my baby is crying. I'm gonna have to pause the stream. I will come back if I can. But I need to go see to this. Oh, you can't pause? Well, I guess I'll stop. So I'll see you guys later.